Hey, it's Kamela here from Creative Moms Decant. I'm not sure if anyone will join us live today or not. I know during the day is an odd time. It's just what works for me and my crazy life. And sometimes that doesn't even work. My kiddo is doing some testing, so I have a few minutes to go live because he absolutely has to work on his own. All right, so if you join, say hi. What we're going to do today is see if I can make a UV resin pen in under 10 minutes. So I think I can. I've done them before, but lives are always more pressure, so we will see what happens. I am going to drop my camera down. Don't forget, if you're just joining, say hi. Yay! I love it when things work out, and that worked. So I'm going to slide this out of the way. So I have done a little bit of cheating here. I'm going to bring you up just a little so you can see a little more of what's going on. All right, and then I think you'll get the UV light as well. So the little bit of cheating I've done is I've went ahead and cut some vinyl, and I was just about to finish transferring it when, Facebook sends me that notification that says you better be live or we're going to cut you off. So not really, they give you a 3-minute warning. So I went ahead and did that, and we're going to go ahead and dive in. So I'm 2 minutes in, and we'll see if I have it done by 12 then. So to take these apart it's easy. They really come apart with no fuss. The biggest thing, if you're me, is don't lose the pieces. And this rubber grip comes right off. And then sometimes the spring that's inside of here comes out. There, you can see it. And sometimes it stays in, but just be aware if it stays in. And you're going to want to cover from where the grip was to the end with your UV resin. So that's the first thing I'm going to do, other than move this vinyl that I've already transferred out of my way so I don't glitter it already, because knowing me, I would. All right, so UV resin, and I'm going to start with just a stream down. It's way different than doing tumblers, which I've just started doing, but way different. And then I'm going to go thin streams down and fill the entire pill or blank, basically. So I'm going to use a brush to clean it up, and I don't want to drip any because that's just wasteful. So when I have it covered with resin, with just streams all the ways, then I'm going to grab my brush. And so I'm just using my normal keychain brushes to do this resin pen. And I'm going to even coat it here. So just spread it out and continue to kind of roll it around and spread this resin. So we are live, and if you are joining live, if you'll say hi and tell me where you're watching from, that would be great. And if you're watching the replay, I'd still love to know where you're watching from, and a hashtag replay would be amazing. So you'll see where it kind of starts to drip, and then you have to kind of, spread that area out. And you want full coverage here. So end to end and all the way around. If anyone's joining, I would love the suggestion for what color glitter you'd like to see. I'm going to put the cow print overlay on it with vinyl, but I brought out my Dreamsicle because Dreamsicle is a fun one, and I like my strawberry cows, as my sister-in-law calls them. Cows them, haha. I also grabbed my powdered donut, and I figured it's more traditional. So we'll see if anyone joins and says which one. I'm going to do them both today. I cut vinyl. I just grabbed this on Design Space. I can link it, and I sized it to match these Papermate pins that I use, and I am going to cow print it. So we will do the white. White is a stunning cow print. And I'm keeping this out of the light over here. I just sealed up my brush a little bit is what I was doing. But you want to keep, I'm sorry. You want to keep twirling this around until there's no more wrinkles. So maybe a little bit underneath the letters there at the numbers, the 14. There's a little bit. So I might check that area. That also is where it indents there. And then check your edges really good. There is an indentation right there. So when you seal your brush, then the chunk of resin comes off and you have a smooth brush again. All right, so where'd you go? There you are. And so you may need to add a little resin or just dot it out. And you do want, in my opinion, you want this layer to be thin, because if it's thick, it's going to get really thick. So unless you want a really thick pen. All right, so now we have this set, and I have no idea. I'm at 6 minutes, so I think we're going to do well. The next thing we're going to do is move this stuff out of the way so I can use this to clean up my glitter. And I'm going to sprinkle the white glitter down this pen. So if you're doing 2 colors, which is also a fun way to do ink pens, start with the lighter color. So it doesn't matter which end you want to do it, but start with the light glitter. So like the white or the lighter color. And white is a hard one to get full coverage. That's just my opinion. And if someone has an awesome full coverage white glitter, please let me know what kind you use. I'd love to try it. My whites are more iridescent than white. All right, so we've got completely covered now. And again, you just want to check for any wrinkles or bubbles or anything like that, or any areas that you missed with glitter. All right, we're going to tap that off, and we're going to put it underneath the UV light, and I roll it. So I'm here rolling the end of this pen, and I'm going to roll it for the full 99 seconds. Why my arms are in a puddle of glitter. It happens. So likes and subscribes really help our channel. So if you could do that either on Facebook or YouTube or even both, that would be very much appreciated. We are just a team of moms that do this for fun. I'm going to be telling you all very, very soon about the behind the scene mamas that help us. They don't get near the attention that Christina and I get. But if you follow our group, hopefully you know them, and I'm sure you do, because they're super helpful admins on that group. So we are, I'm streaming from both Facebook and from YouTube today. All right, so I know I flicked it with my finger because I felt it. So I have a little spot here, but I am going to check it now for hard. It is nice and hard. So now is when I want to add my vinyl to it. So I am going to add my vinyl in here. I may have cut it a little long. I measured probably to the top of the pen, but let's see if I got the round part correct. It looks like I did. And getting the vinyl onto this is not easy. So I will tell you that. And sometimes I even find that if I use a hair dryer or a heat gun, that does help, because we have to get this vinyl onto the odd glitter surface. And I just hooked my transfer tape together. All right, so I'm going to slide my glitter paper out of the way so I don't make a complete mess. And I'm going to work this down on my table a little bit. Sometimes getting the vinyl on these pens is hard. I put my transfer tape together, so that didn't help me at all today. But you just have to kind of work it and pry it like any other hard surface that we put vinyl on. And if you know those surfaces. Wood sometimes can be tricky. Paint can be tricky. And the reason behind that is because this, I had a thumb cramp, glitter is not, it peels back and then you have glitter and then this doesn't stick. We are going to cover this with UV resin. So I am going to do a cheat and pull these spots off with my hands and place them on. Luckily they're spots. Good choice, right? You could do little like hearts or heart outlines. You can do names. So you could definitely do, a personalized name on these. I've done several ways. Lots of ways. I put swirls for Mardi Gras on one, which was fun. All right, so we're going to get this spot on too. And it looks like I need to put a couple more. Look how fun that's looking though. Oh, I'm going to love it. All right, let's grab another one. There's nothing like having a thumb cramp live. If I was not live, I would probably push pause and let that thumb stretch out. I'm telling you, I probably haven't drank enough water yet today. Like I mentioned, we are testing, so this week has just been kind of crazy and off schedule and different for sure. So not a normal week. Of course, I don't know that we even have normal weeks as a homeschool family. So if you homeschool, let me know if you have a normal week. I mean, we try to work towards a schedule, but there's nothing normal. And we educate almost 24/7. I'm sure my kid can hear me and he's going to give me trouble for that. Hopefully he's actually zoned into his test and not listening. So he has goals to get it done and he's a good test taker. So, all right, I'm going to peel off a couple more of these because I ripped that one. I definitely want a couple of these little ones on there too. So I'm going to find places. Not my finger vinyl. On the ink pen, please. There we go. All right, so I'm at my 12 minutes. I didn't quite make it with my, vinyl issues, but vinyl is tricky. We've got it on there now. The last step here is just to cover it and put your pen back together. So it's going to go really quick. So again, the resin from end to end. And then you're going to want to twist and spin and smooth it out. The weather here is gorgeous today. We worked late last night, which is probably why my thumb is cramping in our garden. My husband decided that we are going to be these massive gardeners. And so we planted a ton of tomatoes and peppers. I forget what the number is, but I think it's like 50 something. Yes, it's that crazy. So if you check out our YouTube channel and follow it, I'll post a short of our crazy garden. So I did just drip a little resin on my mat below me. Did you catch that? I would definitely need to get that wiped up with a towel before. It is really hard on your mats. And I'm hard enough on mats. I don't need anything to help me. So once you have the resin then smoothed out and from end to end, I'm going to seal that brush and I'm going to grab not the brush and the resin. Then you're going to run this under the light for the last 99 seconds. I'm going to spin it just a little bit more here. I saw it kind of glooping. So just make sure before you put it under the light that you're happy with it. And then don't forget to spin it completely under the light. And I'm going to spend a little bit quick there because it was a little off. And then I'll slow down my spins. It sets up really quick, at least the outer layer, so you can get them smooth. It does take a little bit of kind of figuring out, but mostly if they're smooth before you put them under the light, you're going to be okay. And thin coats. Sometimes the biggest problem I have is thick coats. So I was 2 minutes in and I'm at 15 now. So I'm really not too much over on my time and we are just about to put this pen back together. So it's going to come out and it's almost done. Super exciting. With no issues, you can definitely do these in 10 minutes. They're super easy. I did already have my vinyl cut. However, you know, that doesn't take very long. And I will share this cow overlay that fits these pins. So it'll be in Cricut Design Space. And we have made an awesome cow print UV resin ink pen. We got 10 seconds and we get to see it. Don't forget, if you are watching the replay, hashtags replay and likes to both YouTube and Facebook, which we're on both live today, are super, super helpful, and we greatly appreciate it. All right, let's see it. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. I almost need to bring the pink back in, and then I'll clean up my glitter. But isn't that pretty? I definitely need a better white glitter, so share that with me too if you don't mind. And let me show you how easy these are to put back together. So the ink pen drops in, the top goes on, and your pen rubber goes on. And sometimes I have to push that bottom part in a little bit better, which I just did. And there we go. And if you want, I just knocked it off, but they do come with a little tip. So for resale, if you try not to knock that off, it is a brand new pen. So that's really nice. But there is our awesome cow print Papermate UV resin ink pen. Super fun. I'm going to have a hard time not using this one. I have a favorite ink pen, but man, this one's too fun. Have a joyful day, friends. Thanks for joining me live. Bye.